Alright, Air and honest review. A critical look at Air, the first of its kind. We're gonna rate this video.
One, two.
Alright, captions are on.
So I gotta admit, as someone who's been breathing air pretty much since the day he was born, I was really surprised when I couldn't find a single review. That's pretty crazy, you know?
There's gotta be at least like one review, you know?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do a
Can't
review on
believe
Air.
there's no reviews on how cool Air is.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much
Like how they make a review on Air 8 minutes long.
everyone has used air at some point in their life, whether they know it or not, but there is a disproportionate lack of reviews on the matter. The amount of reviews on air that exist, as far as I know, 0. And yet, air is one of the most fundamental pillars of our society. No, our very fiber of being. So, okay, I'll bite. I'm gonna give air an unbiased and objective review. Ignoring the fact that I, like most people, use it to breathe, I want to take a step back and really evaluate air for what it's worth. So, as many of you know, air is the invisible gaseous substance composed of mainly nitrogen and the rest being oxygen and a few other gases that make up much of the Earth's atmosphere. The majority of it being found in the troposphere.
Okay.
I
Thought so
have no
far,
idea what
thought
the
so far.
troposphere was.
Let's be for real, okay? After this, I'm not gonna remember anything that you said.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think no, I remember in this.
There's no
Yeah.
more added scientific facts. We need more stupid facts.
I'm
Like
not gonna lie, Air's kind of overrated. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it's pretty
air is. I mean, let's be for real, okay? Let's be for real, okay? Air is pretty good, okay? But see, there's some kids I know who breathe flavored air, okay? If you vape and you like to breathe the flavored air, your life. Vaping's for losers, okay?
Yeah,
You heard it
it's
here.
flavored
Okay,
air,
don't vape.
but the problem is society doesn't like flavored air, and they say how it's all bad and stuff. And I use flavored air all the time.
Well, yeah, like see, for you to make vape is actually really easy. All you gotta do is just like get some perfume, put it to air, boom. I got flavored
Exactly,
air.
dude. I use it all the time. Yeah, they think, oh no, you can't do that. It's bad for your lungs. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Starting off with the positives, air is one of those time-tested things that just never seems to go out of vogue. It's been kicking around for about 2 to 3 billion years now, with no signs of falling out of fashion for the foreseeable future. And this has been something that has really worked in air's favor in terms of making something to be consumed. I suppose, in a sense, its reach, its virtual monopoly, if you will, on animal respiration has not only been something that has kept it around for such a long time, but it has influenced animals to the point where, you know, some animals evolved solely to get in on the air game, as it were. Which makes sense, because certainly...
Honestly, man, like, come on, like the air has
Like,
to be
think about
awesome,
it,
you
like,
know?
like
they
trees are
can't
kind of
steal it,
capitalist with the whole Air thing.
Let's be for real, okay? I mean, at the beginning, you said everyone breathes air. It's kind of like cap. Fish don't breathe air.
That's kind of offensive for spit,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
an offensive thing to say, you know? Like, what about the fish? You can't breathe the air, you know?
Yeah, like imagine being a fish.
Yeah, like,
Like, imagine being a fish and then
they
hearing
just
that
go
you
right
breathe
now.
air. Like,
air has
Yeah, like, imagine being a fish in the air right now. That'd be super offensive, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, like the animals, like, they don't need air, you know? Obviously, us humans just need air, you know? I think we just got pretty jealous that we got, you know, flavored air and all that.
has a lot of benefits, mainly that it is a fast metabolizer. You know, oxygen, as it turns out, metabolizes fairly quickly, which allows for a lot of energy to be produced in a shorter amount of time than, say, if something were to metabolize carbon dioxide, off the top of my head. And certainly that's something that makes air very desirable for most of the animals on.
Man, who needs metabolism and energy? You know, kind of overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, who needs
if I'm being
energy
honest,
to live?
energy? Nah. Like that
like-
metabolism unit we had in science kind of taught me that air, kind of lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, air is kind of lame. It doesn't do anything cool. It just like flies around.
Like,
Yeah,
all
it just
air
flies
does is,
around.
like, give you, like, glucose, dude, like,
Yeah.
kind of lame.
Yeah, kind of lame. It doesn't do anything cool. It just like summon creepers, like summon like a diamond sword.
Yeah, it's just
I
like
think
randomly
Minecraft
has
Steve
air
is
in
like too good for
body.
air.
Like what if I don't want air in my body? It's just kind of forcing itself down there.
I think Minecraft
It
Steve is
didn't
like
make
too
much.
good for air.
Yeah,
Yeah. If air needs to go to a body, it needs consent.
yeah, I need.
You need to like get good and like find someone else.
Yeah, come on.
And there's if you fart, is that technically air? Is it stink? Is like farts like stinky?
I'm not talking about that. Could it be air?
Could we live just off of farce then?
Good.
Good question.
Brian
on this
started.
planet. So I can definitely appreciate the sheer omnipresence of air
Okay.
to the point where air has almost become this essential thing for living. I can really get behind how crucial it is as a foundation not only for humans but for other organisms still evolving.
Matt is still
In terms of
evolving.
ease of use, again, I got to give it to air because, this is just something that I'm usually not aware of when I'm using it, and it's still working
Look at the frog's nostrils. Look how his nostrils are.
for
Ugh.
how it's supposed to work, and
Yeah, look how his nostrils move up and down, bro. Like my nose does not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a little weird, man.
Yeah, that's a little weird. That's a weird animal right there.
Weird
Yeah,
animal.
yeah,
Weird
yeah.
animal.
That
wanna
animal
lick that animal.
is clowning right there. That animal's a clown.
Yeah, clown. Oh, like Noah there.
Yeah.
that's great. So, this is a substance that's so easy to use, even babies know how to operate it instinctively. However,
Babies are
air's
stupid.
functionality is not
Babies are so stupid.
Babies are lifeless husks, okay? Like, think, babies are like wild animals. They just crawl around and go, they pee and poop wherever they want.
Yeah.
Not without its problems. I do have some issues here. While yes, the benefits from air metabolization are huge, it does have some drawbacks, mainly in the form of oxidation. A lot of people aren't aware of the fact that oxygen is actually, in fact, poisonous and is slowly killing us due to the oxidation that takes place in
Wow.
our cells.
Air. What is
Wow.
wrong with you?
Yeah.
Hey, that's true thing.
I'm gonna take some points off on air. It kind of caused
It's
lung
ugly.
cancer, and if there wasn't a thing, then like lung cancer is not a thing.
Yeah,
Solution to solve lung cancer: get rid of
like
air.
honestly, suggestion: all humans should just tear out their lungs.
I mean, like I know how
Technically.
to solve lung cancer. Just like get rid of air. It's about that.
Yeah, like everyone like kind of like donate to like all these cancers. For lung cancer, just tear out your lungs.
Yeah, do that. Like,
It's
Yeah,
as simple as
that.
that, and no one's talking about it.
yeah, let's get
Yeah, like no
mechanical
one's
lungs.
mentioning it.
Get robot lungs.
Get real, guys.
Yeah,
Get
let's get
real.
robot
Elon
lungs.
Musk, make robot lungs so we can solve lung cancer.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on, guys. Get real. Get real.
Wait, that's crazy though. Like lung is actually toxic.
Go on, guys. Get real.
Yeah.
Poisonous and is slowly killing us due to the oxidation that takes place in our cells. I can certainly appreciate the poetry in that the substance that keeps us alive is also the substance that is slowly killing us, but from a functionality point of view, I gotta say, this is just not a great look. Oxidation.
Guys, okay, for this video to not get oxidation, just don't breathe for the rest of the video, okay?
Yeah, just don't breathe air. Simple.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
tip,
simple,
head
dude.
over-
If you
No
if you
wonder
can't
why
breathe, you
just
can't
learn how
die.
to breathe, like hold your breath for like a really long time.
No
And
wonder why
literally
fish live
gives
longer
us
than
cancer.
humans.
Exactly, dude, get poisoned.
Yeah.
As I'm saying these words, I'm getting poisoned this very moment.
Yeah, same.
And that's
Yeah.
pretty trash. I just can't get behind that. I think that also really says something about the compatibility of air with its users. And that's not even to mention
Choking his fork.
that air goes down the same hole as food, which is a complete oversight in its design, to say the least. We're basically mostly compatible, but there's still some issues to work out, that being the cancer and the poison. And you would think that after a billion years this would have been fixed, but it looks like this is an issue that's going to be around for a while still. And I feel like this stubbornness on behalf of air and
Air,
this
stop being so
callousness just
stubborn.
kind
Stop
of
killing us.
sours my
I know.
experience.
Technically, air is its own rapist, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's killing
because
all
it
the way to most
forces
people,
yourself
wow.
down on you to keep you alive. You trust it, and then it slowly kills you. Okay.
It's
It's
killing
kinda
all the
bad.
white and black people. Racist.
Yeah.
It's gonna
The
slowly
real
kill
ra-
the white people.
No,
How could
okay.
they do that?
No, guys, the real racists weren't the slaves. No, no.
No, okay, no,
The real
Slave
racists
owners?
weren't the slave owners. It was the oxygen.
dog, for real.
For
So,
real, okay? The
this
real racists weren't the slave owners. It was the oxygen all along, alright?
so we went from a serious talk and review about air, and now we're moving on to slavery.
How do we go from this?
we
How
got
do we
so
go
off
from that?
topic.
Ron, I
We
blame
got
you.
so off topic.
with it. Furthermore, I feel like the safety of air is completely overlooked. If we're talking about a day-to-day basis, then yes, for the most part, air is safe, besides the poison and cancer, but sometimes... And again, I just can't get
Just avoid the hurricane. Just get good.
True. Avoid the
behind that,
hurricanes.
no matter
Yeah.
how essential air is for life. Yes, I definitely recognize its essential nature, but I don't think that gives it a pass for being murderous on occasion. Issues
Dang, dude. Air is a rapist,
You say
a
a rapist?
mass murderer, and
Ron, you
it's
say a rapist?
a rapist, mass
No,
murderer,
racist,
and
not
racist.
rapist, Ron.
Yeah.
aside, again, I do value that air smells, tastes, feels, and is usually pretty much nothing to me unless I'm staying in a particularly pungent or polluted region. You know, if I have to be in contact with the substance all the time, then I'm glad I don't notice it, because honestly, I could see
They're just gonna stand there and not pick up the trash, bro.
myself getting very annoyed by even the most amazing odors after enough time. In terms of mouthfeel, air doesn't really have one, which is in most respects a positive for the reasons mentioned prior. You know, imagine how impractical it would be if air made our mouths swell like our stomachs when we breathed it in. So for the most part, I'm pretty much grateful that the tactile
Yeah.
feedback is limited to the stomach regions. For this review, I've also decided to get a few testimonials. I feel like air is experienced by such a wide variety of people, and those experiences I will definitely factor into my review.
You know, it's funny because now, look, I think about this a lot, right? It's like, I like that it keeps me alive. I appreciate that. But in terms of the experience, it's pretty lacking. You know, 99% of the time, I'm not even aware that I'm using air. So I have to say my experience with it has been pretty forgetful overall.
True.
You know,
Yeah, true.
my wife and I actually got into an argument about this because she was telling me all about this air and talking about how great it is. But I gotta be honest, I barely noticed it exists. And now, my wife, right, she's telling me that this air is in front of me every waking second. What, is it invisible or something? What good is it if I can't even see it? What use do I have for something that I can't even see? In all honesty, I haven't been enjoying my air experience at all.
My husband is a fucking idiot. Air is great. I love how it keeps me alive. I don't even know why someone would have an unfavorable opinion on air. It's
I'm a
probably
loser,
like
dude. It kills you. What do you mean?
maybe the third best thing in the world behind anime and water.
Oh, I love anime.
Anime's good. Anime good.
You know,
Anime good.
going into this review, I was afraid with how I could keep the
That's your
importance of
anime?
air in
Anime?
mind while still being objective in my
Anime?
critique.
JoJo?
And
Anime.
Is
We
that
just went from guys. We just went from air to slavery to anime. Yeah? We are.
Yeah,
My Hero Academia?
we're doing a history teacher's job right now.
Yeah,
You're getting
exactly.
off topic, dude. Mr. White got off topic so much, I swear.
Yeah, like Mr. White.
Gotta cook.
Trust me. Someone needs to walk up to him and then say,
Dude, you are
"Jesse,
tired.
you cook."
What? Wait, hold up. Isn't like technically air like milk?
How is it like milk? Explain,
Because
Pedro.
it keeps us alive, but spoiled milk kills you.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
that.
All in all, I think I'm pretty satisfied with how I've handled things. You know, air definitely has a lot of pros, and taking into account its life-giving nature, instinct would be to give it a perfect score. However, I just can't do that in good conscience because weighing the negatives, and there are a few, I just don't feel like it deserves a perfect score. Maybe in a few billion years, air can address those and I might go back and reevaluate my judgment. But for now, I'm going to give air a 7. Okay, bye. Hi, thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, a 7. So, okay, what do you guys think on a 7?
A 0. I give air's a 0.
0?
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I'll give air a.
I mean, I kind of agree with it. You know, it has. It's gonna be a bit lower, like a 6.
If air can pleasure me in like certain ways, I'll actually enjoy it.
Exactly, dude. Air does not pleasure me like men do.
Ryan, let's do water and honest review.
Alright,
Okay. Alright, next we're doing water.
Especially the
and honest
memes that
review.
Peyton has on 3 Stardust.
Alright, okay,
Juice,
let me
almost
screen
ready.
Wrong thing. Water and honest review. Okay.
Hey,
I don't care if these ads. No.
yeah.
You don't get to. No. No one can see your ad. Yeah, no one can see your ad. No.
Honestly,
No one can see it.
I can't believe this guy showing us an ad like that.
in my opinion, okay, like people in ads need to get a life.
I know.
Because all they do is just sit down and speak.
Imagine you're acting for being so bad you act in ads. Wait, dude, we took an 8-minute video about air to 16 minutes.
L.
Okay, let's go 5 minutes. Let's go see water and an honest review.
Okay. What is this 5
Hi everyone, today I'm going to be taking a look at water and giving it an honest review. This is the first release from H2O, that's hydrogen.
Okay, so I think at the end we got to rate air and then rate water.
Okay.
Rate what's better, air or water.
Okay.
After this video.
To oxygen, and over the course of its 3.8 billion year career, it has made quite a few waves. Let's get one thing straight first. There's no denying just how popular this thing is. Water is one of those things that everyone just knows about, no matter who you are, where you're from.
They say you can't go a couple of days without water, but being real, I do not drink water that much. I drink milk.
Okay, hear me out. They say that everyone knows about water. What about the African kids?
I mean, what about the emo kids that drink Monster? They never tasted water before.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. What about the emo kids that taste
That's
water?
offensive to the Africans and the emo kids.
What about the Fortnite kids that never go outside, never taste water, you know?
Yeah, imagine I go outside. It's kind of lame. I'd say it's pretty nice.
Pretty lame.
Yeah. Jimmy also gotta rate the 2 videos.
Chances are, at some point in your life, you've come across water in one way or another. You might have even tried some. And while I can't speak for everyone, personally, I do enjoy partaking in a nice glass of water first thing in the morning when I wake up.
Okay, like that cold water, that's good. Who likes hot water?
I mean,
Hot water is only good for 2 things: showering and then washing your hands.
No, and warm pee.
Warm pee?
What?
Yeah, because if you drink hot water, you pee warm.
Oh, fair enough. Good point. Spacing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than
My
that,
pee's gonna become like
water is
molten
pretty
lava.
good.
I'm gonna like kill you with pee.
I feel like hot water actually is pretty better though, because the only thing that cold water is good for is for drinking, you know. And then we just listed 3 benefits of hot water. So
Yeah,
you know.
cold pee.
Yeah, cold water kind of bad, you know.
Up. Water has been in the game for a long time, much longer than some of its other contemporaries like orange juice and Coca-Cola, and certainly longer than LaCroix. Yet, for how long it's been around, water has made very, very few changes. In fact, it's always been wet, it's always been see-through, and it's always been
What?
made up of the same thing.
You don't know if water is wet. You don't know. Because
You don't know that.
Dry.
My cum's butter.
Yo, whoa, okay, whoa.
Don't question that. Don't question that.
Which
Yeah, no.
seems like a lot of confidence
I
on
would
water's
know.
part,
Look like
but does water live up to the hype? Yes and no. There are definitely a lot of things to appreciate about water. For one, being a liquid with the extensive capability to dissolve molecules is a huge plus. In its groundbreaking debut, hydrogen bonding to 2 oxygen, water did something that pretty much no one else has even come close to being as good at. I really love how water continues to be a universal solvent, which is essential for the process of supporting life because it allows things like humans to live by helping red blood cells transport oxygen. Now, some might see this and say that water has become lazy, that it found what worked billions of years ago and has just been milking that cow ever since. But is that laziness? Or is it just extreme dedication to the craft? I can certainly appreciate when critics say that water doesn't innovate, that water regurgitates the same old and puts out the same thing.
Exactly. Okay, the thing about water is like, who gets home have a nice drink of water, bro? Everyone has a nice drink of soda or something else, okay? Because there's so much that tastes better.
Enough
The
milk.
thing I've never liked about water is that it has no flavor.
Kind of a real. I mean, and there's like variant water that have flavor, like the OG water, no flavor.
Yeah, the OG water that everyone has had has no flavor.
I mean, salt water doesn't flavor.
Yeah, but it's bad flavor.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think I might prefer salt water over actual normal water, but you know, we'll have to test that later.
Don't say that.
Year after year. But in my opinion, water does what water does best for a reason, because it found what works and perfected it. Now, it's possible that H2O is going to get stale in the future, but for now, I think things are fine and water is still ahead of the pack. I also very much enjoy that water is universally applicable in a variety of situations. Hot day, water. Sports, water. Bath, water. Hot
Gatorade. Alright, hear me out. Gatorade.
dog, water.
Yes, hot dog water, absolutely though.
Yeah, hot dog water.
Okay, bath water, hot dog water, I totally agree with. The rest, Gatorade, has more flavor.
On the surface, you would think this eclectic style would hold water back, but it only works in its favor. And while the formula hasn't changed, water has found a way to apply it to a variety of different styles, which keeps things fresh and universal. All that being said, water still has a few issues, and there are some things that just don't float with me, like drowning. What's up with that? While I can definitely acknowledge water's creativity,
Water the mass murderer too.
Yeah.
I don't know how well this meshes in
the police never arrest water.
I know, they never arrest
Dude, water's been a criminal for like years.
You know, they would arrest me for raping a girl, but they won't arrest water for drowning people? Come on.
Okay.
Was she a minor?
We need to censor that. We need to censor that.
No, this video is censor that out.
Yeah, and then Gen Z girls be like, what did that boy say?
What did that boy say? Making jokes like that. Can't believe that. I can't believe these people.
the context
We're
of
gonna
water's
get banned
other work.
from YouTube.
We're gonna get banned off of YouTube.
I mean, this is, after all, the same substance that invented swimming, and those two together just don't seem like a good combination with each other. Sometimes I have a hard time believing this is the substance that invented wet. And personally, I think we could do without that. Listen, I'm not against a little rain here and there, okay? A little drink for the plants, a little mood for the moody days, but flooding the basement, blizzards, look, snow is just a complete train wreck of opinions. Some people love it and some people hate it, and yes, it's fun, and yes, winter magic, but to say water wasn't being a little tongue-in-cheek with this one, what with the making it impossible to drive, I mean, did we really have to go there? That's not to say it's all bad. You know, I have to mention that water is drinkable. I feel like without it, I would die. So it's really, really nice that water is usually there. The taste is also still one of the most controversial aspects of water. While some people love it, some people absolutely hate it, or
Me too, I hate the taste of it. Well, it's the fact that it has no taste, really. Really,
need-
it doesn't have a taste. The thing
I
why it
heat
tastes
water
so
from my
good-
refrigerator,
No,
but
okay.
like
It has
ice
a
water, that's
taste.
good.
Okay, no, like the reason it tastes so good isn't because of the taste of water. It's because of that nice feel of the cold water. All right, it's
Cold
not because of that
refreshing water.
taste.
Rather, the lack of it, I sort of understand why water went this route. It wants to appeal to the average consumer, it wants to appeal to a broad audience, but I sometimes can't help but think that maybe this is a bit of a Weenie Hut Jr.'s move by water. Like, take a stance, bro. Damn. Choose something. Even tea chose a flavor, and that's just plants. I can't say that the lack of taste is totally bad though, because that does sometimes work in water's favor when you just need something. It pairs very nicely with just about anything, but it would have been very nice to see water make some kind of decision as to what flavor it wants after billions of years of being around. Respect where respect is due, because I really can't understate just how influential water has been to other drinks in the industry either. All drinks have been influenced by water in one way or another. Anything you put in your body is based on water, and this just goes to show how much of a trailblazer water has been through the course of its career, because 3.8 billion years later, people are still looking at what water's doing and borrowing from it. Overall, water has been a pretty solid entry from H2O, and something that I think a lot of people can get behind. Even taking its flaws into account, I think water has done a lot to advance the drinking scene, and there's something to be said for that. Oceans are pretty cool too. I'm feeling a strong 6 to a light 7 on this thing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again later.
Okay,
I
so
get
now.
it, bro.
Alright,
Okay, so
interviews
now
on
our
water.
final steps. Okay, our final steps is to rate.
Ryan, we have food in Osh review. Okay, next video is gonna be on food.
No, Noah. Okay, Noah. Okay. Our final step for this video is to give our opinion on water and air,
Okay, so
and then
Peyton,
rate
what's
the
your...
two videos. Okay, so let's start off with water. Cause we just finished that video.
Okay, Peyton, what's your
Okay,
review
what
on
would you
water?
guys give water?
I give like a 0.
Really?
Mm,
Alright.
Yeah.
I give it
I
probably
give it. I think his opinion on water is pretty good, an 8 or a 7. Really, now I couldn't see a 6. I could see a 7 or an 8.
5 or
I know
6.
a 6.
I give it 0.
5 or 6.
Alright,
0.
okay. Alright, and now our opinion on air. No, I go first.
I honestly thought his opinion about like a 7 was pretty good. I would say maybe like a 7 or 6.
I
give
personally
it-
see it. Ben, you go first.
I gave it like a 0, like kind of like a hard 0.
Wow, okay.
I give it a 5 or a 6. You know, but
Alright.
probably a 5. You know.
Okay, now which one's better, water or air?
Okay, now which one's better, and then we'll do which one's which video's better. Okay, so Noah, which one's better, water or air?
Honestly, probably water, because water kills you in like less ways that air does. So
Okay, now if we're talking on the standpoint of needing to be alive, I would probably say
air.
air. Yeah, air.
I don't
But
drink water, and I'm fine. So
but in general,
I think I think water's better.
alright, okay. So Peyton, in general, which one's better, water or air?
Yeah, I give it like air.
Okay.
Alright, air.
Now, need to
I would say
survive.
air.
Which one's
no,
better?
I would say air too, as a general opinion. You know, because honestly, I really have water and I'm fine. So,
Okay.
alright.
So-
Now, which video is better?
Honestly, the air video is more like it's more like informational of it. It's like also more nerdy. The whole
Yeah, I would say the air
water
video
is not as
a
nerdy.
bit-
So
I would say the air. Ben, you go first.
I would just say that, like nerdy, that's not good.
Yeah, like I would say that the air video is better, because the air video is like more informational. I feel like the water video was kind of like going around with like the same thing, you know.
all
So I
right.
really feel like the air video was better.
Okay. So well, that is the white people's opinion on air and water.